Hello and welcome, you crazy cycling lovers. This is Skinny Spinner's YouTube channel and you're watching the second stage of Tour de Karnten 2019. Before you watch this video, make sure to check out the first stage of this race. All the links you will find in the description down below. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, hit that notification bell, and if you like this video, make sure to give it thumbs up, at least for the part where I'm almost falling off the ramp. Also, you following me on Strava, Instagram and Facebook will be highly appreciated. Before we dive into this time trial, I gotta tell you the results of previous stage, because I forgot to mention it in the previous video. So I finished 68th in my category and 113th overall. Individual time trial starts in Osijek, goes all the way around the Osijek Sea and finishes in Feldkirchen town. This was the same route used for the 2019 Austria's individual time trial championship, which was held later that day. The total distance of the track is almost 29 kilometers, the elevation gain is around 230 meters. As you can see, it took me 44 minutes in order to finish the race and the average speed was almost 39 kilometers per hour. As expected, the route was a bit hilly, especially in the end, but I wouldn't call it a technical one. Coming back to the start of this race, you saw that it was a bit hectic at the start line. The reason is pretty obvious, you had only 30 seconds gap between the riders, so I was a bit nervous and, as you saw, almost fell off the starting ramp. However, I managed to concentrate and here we are already tackling the first hill. I think it's pretty obvious that I am not a time trial specialist, because first of all I don't have a special equipment, second of all I don't even have a time trial bike. The only special equipment that I managed to get were the aero bars, as you can see from the top of the screen, and I gotta say that they really did help me to save 2 or 3 minutes on the whole course. I had a couple of basic goals for this specific race. So the first one was to save as much legs as possible for the following 4 hilly mountain stages, and second of all not to lose a lot of time to all other racers. It was decided with my coach before the race that I had to maintain around 90 to 95% of my critical power during the race, which is around 220 up to 250 watts. All the short hills I was trying to hit with the wattage around 110-120%, which is around 280 up to 310 watts. So the normalized power was 228 watts, the maximum was 623. Average heart rate for the race was 176 beats per minute, the maximum I managed to get was 188. Also, I managed to maintain pretty high average cadence, which was 96 revolutions per minute. By the way, comment down below what do you think is the most optimal average cadence for such time trial stages and why. So this is the second embarrassing moment of the stage. Check out this girl just smashing it on the time trial bike. So as you see, she has a perfect set for such a race. She has a time trial bike with a high profile front wheel and the disc rear wheel, also aero helmet, aero kit, aero socks, aero shoe covers. Also, if you've noticed, she has an aero back pocket where she puts her bib number to get those marginal gains, which really do make a difference, especially if you're a high performance professional bike rider. As you can see, the route in the beginning is pretty hilly. This is one of the hills that I was hitting. You see that the grade is rising up to 4%. I'm trying to maintain the high cadence of 90-92 revolutions per minute. Also, you see that the heart rate spikes up to 175 beats per minute. Over here you can see that I'm going on the left side of the road, choosing the best possible line in order to save some seconds and win a bit of time. By the way, for this specific stage the road was fully closed for the traffic, so you had a chance to choose the best possible lines, cut the corners, in order to save as much time as possible. Another hill, you can see that I'm spinning like a washing machine over here, from style cadence around 100 revolutions per minute. The heart rate goes up to 178 beats per minute, maintaining the speed of 34-35 kilometers per hour. Going downhill over here, the negative grade of 2-3%. See, the cadence is raising up to 105-107 revolutions per minute. The speed goes up to 50 kilometers per hour. Big thanks to the OCR community. Remember, this road last year was pretty bumpy. This year, new smooth road, perfect. Another hill, you see that the grade is rising up to 6% over here. I'm changing the gears in order to maintain the cadence over 90 revolutions per minute. The heart rate here is just spiking again up to 178 beats per minute. Finally, we are coming to the first turn of the day. You see that I'm going wide here as much as possible in order to maintain the momentum through the corner, hitting apex here, wide again, stopped pedaling for a second and back spinning down the road. Another descent over here, hitting the speed almost 60 kilometers per hour here. The cadence is rising up to 111-112 revolutions per minute. You see that the heart rate still stays at the same level, 177-178 beats per minute, and going uphill again, and you see a person in front of me. It's really hard to believe, guys, but I think I'm gonna overtake this guy in front of me, and I am being serious right now. Just making sure over here that I am not speeding. You see the sign shows 50 kilometers per hour, so we are good. I'm going 20-22 kilometers per hour, not a problem, all good. This is actually a very interesting part of the race over here. You see that I almost caught this guy before, but now the gap is slightly opening. In such cases, it's very important to be smart, to be calm, to maintain the pace, not go into the red zone and think long term. You see over here that I am maintaining the same power from 220 to 250 watts, and the gap is closing, and in couple of seconds I'm gonna overtake this guy anyways without burning any matches. As you can see, I'm moving to the left side of the road over here just to make sure that I'm not getting any draft from the guy, because the drafting in the time trial races is fully forbidden. By the way, what do you think about drafting during the time trial stages? Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell. We are already 14 kilometers into the race, and you see that I'm being overtaken by this guy on the Scott bicycle. Not a time trial bike, by the way. The guy is smashing it, very smooth pedaling. Probably hitting around 300-350 watts over here, passes me by like a train, and the guy is gone. It's very important to always stay hydrated during the race. I cannot say that I am a big fan of the isotonic or energy drinks, but I do use them while racing. If it's a training, I try to use water, sometimes isotonic drink, but mostly it's water only. I'd like to know your thoughts on this topic. Do you use water or you prefer isotonic drinks? Do they really prevent from cramps or increase the performance? Let's talk about it in the comment section. This is the third time I've been overtaken during this race. Again, time trial bike, aero helmet, aero kit, aero wheels. He's going around 50 kilometers per hour over here, and the power output is around 350-400 watts, I guess. This is actually a very good example of the fact that it's not always about the equipment but the legs. I mean, the guy is on the TT bike and he is going just 2-3 kilometers faster than me. So basically I'm maintaining the same speed here as the guy on the TT bike, but considering the fact that he started after me and he's gonna finish before me, he's still gonna put like 3 or maybe 4 minutes over me. But still I tried to stay near this guy as much as I could without going into the red zone and keeping the wattage that was set in the beginning of the race. Oh, look at this, I'm overtaking another guy. Looks like he is really hurting right now, and I feel very good. Even though the wattage is not that high, you see that it's 220 watts. This girl that I just passed is obviously not racing at the moment. I think she's warming up before her race, but anyways, it felt really good to overtake another person on the bike. Alright guys, check this out. Take a look on the right side. The guy is riding TT bike, smashing it, and on the left side the same speed, no aero wheels, no aero bike, no aero helmet. The guy is holding the hoods and he is killing it. Yet another climb of the day over here, one of the last ones. The grade is going up to 5%. You can see that the heart rate spikes up to 178 beats per minute. The cadence though, as you can see, is going down over here, 75, 76 revolutions per minute. The reason is because I had to get out of the saddle to tackle this climb. A pretty short but flat part before the last climb starts. I had a chance to drop my heart rate a bit and have some rest for my legs. Around 3 kilometers to go over here. You can see that we're still going up the climb to 3% grade. The heart rate is 176 and this is a windy part. Sorry guys, but I had to ignore the speed limit sign over here. I am going over 50 kilometers per hour, and at the same time I am being overtaken by the race organizers over here on the motorbike, so I guess I didn't do anything wrong over here, but we'll see. Maybe I will have a penalty in the end of the race. Not. Alright guys, comment down below what do you think about this joke. Was it funny? I guess not. Last kilometer of the day guys, and I am being overtaken by this guy in red, and I gotta say that this is the moment where you don't need to be calm at all. I'm hitting over here 300 watts, the heart rate goes to 181 beats per minute. We are coming to one of the last turns of the day, and I am preparing for the attack just to make sure that I don't lose at least this position in the end of the race. Around 500 meters to go and we are hitting the right corner over here. I'm trying to pedal all the way through the turn just to maintain the speed and momentum, hitting 300 watts over here just to make sure I'm staying on the guy's wheel. Now I'm going a bit to the right because you know there is no drafting, so I didn't want to receive any penalty or so. And now we're preparing for the last turn of the day, where I almost crashed because I tried to put my arms back on the aero bars and almost slid. So check it out, just on the edge. So 100 meters to go. I'm waiting again for the right moment to outsprint the guy, getting out of the saddle, hitting almost 600 watts and finishing this race like a boss. No, I'm kidding. I finished 145th, but come on, who cares? So that's all for today guys. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you like this video, hit that notification bell, and I see you in the next video. Bye bye.